Okay, this is Mr. Jacobs, and I'm working on Soundtrap, and I wanted to show you guys really quick where we were, what we were working on. So, if I play it from the beginning, and give you the entire track to look at. Now, what you'll notice is I'm minimizing the screen. There is a little button here that enables you to. There's a button here that enables you to zoom out or zoom in, but you can also take your tracking pad. If you look at the tracking pad on a computer, you can also pinch it to make it smaller or stretch it out to make it bigger, like so. Alright, now let me press play real quick so you can hear it. See all the different parts that are going on. Got your hi-hats here. That's a little extra sound, your open hi-hat. Down here is your dirty lead. Okay. We're into the verse now. We're going to add the extra part. The kick is going to come in. And stop. Everything breaks down. Already knows when to hide when you're wearing new clothes. And move on, you already know. Just imagine. Everything comes back in. And I gotta add an extra track for because at this point you have a bass line and then you have an extra keyboard part that's being played here, which we'll add in a second. And then there was a very interesting thing that I noticed about the structure of the song. It doesn't do 16 beats like an average chorus. It just goes to 12. Ooh, so I had to break that down so that it would be reflected. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few tricks, and then I'm going to leave you guys alone. One of the things that you can do is you can add a part. Okay, I'm adding a part where the verse would go at 41. Now to see what you're doing, a good tip is to first figure out what it is you're going to do. What I want to do is I want to take this part here, these guys, and I want to grab all of that. So I'm just going to take my cursor, my little arrow here. I'm going to click. And then I'm going to drag across so that it's highlighted. Then I'm going to copy that. And there's three ways that you can copy. If you do shortcuts is faster. Shortcut would be using a command or a control option. But I'm physically going to show you what I'm going to do. There's three ways that you can do it on the screen. One is to click edit and then click copy. And then you'll go over to wherever the pointer is. This is showing you your play point. And then you can just go to edit and press paste and it will edit in that place. There you go. Now I want to confirm that it's in the right place. It isn't, because if it was, it would line up with this line, which it does not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to physically move everything over. Now, here's the thing. It should all be connected. And if it is, I shouldn't have a problem moving everything. Do you see? I want to move it right over to this line. My cursor isn't where it needs to be. It needs to be exactly on 41. If it's not sure, then you zoom in so you can see where 41 is. You can see the cursor is not on 41. I'm going to drag it over to 41, and then I'm going to click on to the track, and I'm going to click it over because I want it to match. There we go. And periodically, every so often, you should save your work. You don't want to lose anything. All right? So It's syncing, it's saving the project, it's done. Then go back and I'm going to listen to it and make sure that it's playing the way I want it to play. Okay, that sounds pretty much the way I want it to sound. Okay, there seems to be a snafu there. That must mean that up here, something is out of place. So something is out of place, so we would have to go and investigate what happened there. We're at 41-ish. Okay, now that one is off. So what I would do is I would go in and I would zoom in and see how far off the position is. So I would click it. I would see that it is indeed off. If you look, I'll go a little bit deeper so you can see. You can see how deep, how far it is. It's pretty far. So I just take the place point, the playhead, put it where it belongs, then click and drag the actual beat to the line so that it is in proper time. I always save a lot. It's kind of like washing your hands, boys and girls. You should do it often to keep your tracks clean. And let's see where I am now. Something else is off. Now, when you run into technical problems like that, it is in your best interest to fix it as soon as you can. Because once things grow off, then it becomes very difficult for you to get them back on track. Usually what I'll do is I'll just move things out of the way. I'll just physically move things out of the way and get things into place. I would imagine that it got off pace because these are groups of 4. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a beat of 2. So that might throw things off a little bit. It's all about the numbers. So if you can keep track of your numbers, you should be pretty good. And I would say the main problem here would be this is a 4. I don't want it to be. I want it to be a 2 instead because we determined that this track was 12 in all. So I'm going to go back. And if I'm playing loose and dirty with numbers, it's only because when you're doing music, you count in groups of, you count them one at a time, but you're also breaking things up into sections. And a section could be 4 beats in length, a section could be 2 beats in length, a section could be 8 beats in length. You just have to know what your section is. In this case, I'm counting it, and since I know that each one of these beats is 2, these are 1s, these are 1s, and I know that these are 2s, so that would equal 4. And so this section would equal 8, and this would be 10 and 12. I know it looks like 6, but if you look at the fatness of the actual track and how everything is grouped together, that's how you get it. Okay, this tutorial was brought to you by Mr. Jacobs. I want to thank everybody for watching this. 5th graders, if you are working on this project, you can ask me any question at any time. You can ask me through the Google Classrooms. You can also ask me questions through my email, which is ajacobs@ps87.org. I'll write that down for you so that you can see it. And I want you to understand that the harder you work, the better off you'll be, because you will gain valuable experience from doing it this way. So you're going to respond to ajacobs@ps87.org, and if you have any questions, that's how you handle your business. All right? Take care, guys. Have a wonderful week. Bye.